Well, two consecutive losses in two consecutive Premier Leagues at Old Trafford that Ruben Amorim has gone ahead to face under his era as a United head coach. Full time, United 0, Bournemouth 3. In the match preview, I told you it's not going to be an easy game. I thought that we could obviously win this game of football and turn it around, but I tell you, we failed to do it, and it is really not good news to the fans of Man United and Ruben Amorim, to the players, and so on and so on. And what went into my mind when we conceded the first goal was like, can we really respond as soon as possible? And this is where I've already told you that Bruno Fernandes is a very huge problem, because he is the person who really he was in the most dangerous areas of the pitch in the first half. To an extent, they even had close to, was it 4 shots at the goal of Bournemouth? But the big question is, why do you shoot every time you get such chances? Is shooting the only option that we have? You know, you can't tell me that Ahmad gives you the ball, shoot, and for you, even when you're not supposed to shoot, you shoot. You know, it's not all about shooting all the time. I tell you, you get. It's not all about shooting, and it looks like we're going back to the Eric Ten Hag era, where Eric Ten Hag, these players obviously reaching those areas and couldn't obviously score goals. And I saw Jason Wilcox, Omar Berrada seated there, speechless, because Dan Ashworth might have been right, you know, at certain decisions that United has gone ahead to take. Did we really rush? Did we need to obviously first rectify the problems? And it's one of the things that I really went ahead to obviously emphasize a lot, that it was not that I never wanted Eric Ten Hag to get sacked, but I never wanted a new manager to come and fall in the problems that United, or that every manager has always gone ahead to inherit the club of Manchester United. Look, he falls into the Rashford problems, you understand? And these are things that this manager shouldn't be falling in. You know, he is not enjoying his honeymoon at the club of Manchester United. You get? So, I think the players, especially Bruno Fernandes, the captain, should obviously come up and really help this club of Manchester United better. Because if he doesn't do that, I tell you, we are really in for shit. Because looks like Harry Maguire, maybe, and Johnny Evans are the oldest centre-backs you're really having, but the lead of that central defence is Matthias de Ligt. You saw it well that every time you're having Matthias de Ligt, we play on very well. You know, he's a leader there. You know, Bruno Fernandes should lead by example, by the way, because he's the captain, he quarrels, you know, and he cannot release his centre-forwards. And I've been talking to one of my friends known as Damian. He was telling me that the players are not defending the set pieces, but I told him, where in the world do you find a number 10 who is supposed to be releasing his number 9 and he just has more shots at goal than the number 9 is supposed to release? You get? That doesn't make sense, you know? And he was like, Rokani, why does Højlund drop deep elite? Højlund drop deep to obviously not maintain his position? I told him it's like that because these players are not getting him the ball. If a number 9 is rest assured that he's obviously going to be getting that ball, he'll obviously do the needful and stay where he's supposed to be. And when he drops deep and gets that ball and wins it, he plays them in. So that is the problem we are having at Manchester United, that we are not having a modern number 10. You see, imagine if at all Bruno Fernandes played like how Ahmad played today, because Ahmad could obviously get that ball, take off like 3-4 players and lays it well to another player. You get? And we need another player who is functioning like Ahmad in that position, because Ahmad alone won't be enough. As teams will know, he's the spark of all the attacks of Manchester United. It won't really help us. So I think in our final third, we need to be doing better. We need to be doing better. And it goes back to the game of Spurs, the video I did. I told you that we scored 3 goals, but they are not open goals. You get? For me, the goal of Man City, especially the second one that wins the game, I was very excited about it because you can score that goal against any team. You get? But for me, I have to look at goals and really understand that I'm not really excited. That goal can obviously be scored against any team. That's where I obviously come and say, oh, that goal is good. For example, Amadi Diallo, that cutback he gives to Bruno Fernandes, Bruno shoots wide, that was really good build-up. There was a chance that Rasmus Højlund dropped deep and obviously went ahead to release Alejandro Garnacho. That can happen in any game against any team that you are playing. So I would like to see such movements, and such things excite me. Even if the goal doesn't cross the line, I'm excited because we are doing repetitive things that can obviously happen against any team. And I feel sorry for Ruben Amorim, guys, because this is not what he should be going in through, It's not what he should be going in through. But the other factor that Amorim has to look through is that I've never seen a manager managing a big team in all of my life who is static in his system. He has to be dynamic. You can't tell me that we are losing and he's still playing a back three. He should normalize this, that it's normal to go back to a back four and obviously maybe have two center forwards, have such and such midfielders. Let's play wide. You understand? Because pressure is really going to amount on him. That is it. Pressure is really going to mount on him because before we won against Victoria Pleasant and Man City, we had lost to Arsenal and Nottingham Forest, And from Man City, we've lost to Tottenham Hotspur and we've lost to Bournemouth, and the next two fixtures are not that easy. And I feel for my manager, I want him to obviously go on that long winning run. I want him to be there. That's where I want my manager to be. So I'm really prayerful for Amorim to obviously turn these things around. But I tell you, watch out on these four players. I told you. Harry Maguire, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, and Alejandro Garnacho. I think if this board is brave enough, these four players should be let go. In the January transfer window, let Harry Maguire go. Let Rashford go. Let those two go in January, and you get in because for Marcus Rashford you can get in 30-40 million pounds. Harry Maguire you can get in 10. Let them go and let the manager use that 50 million pounds to obviously try to sign some players in, because those players will make us better. We need a better number 10. That is it. We need another number 10 to obviously have the same attributes like Amadi Diallo. Look at a player like Jamal Musiala. Even if it's Ebelechi Eze, he makes us better into that number 10 position. Even if you bring in Anthony Gordon, he's a better player than Bruno Fernandes because he'll compose himself and he's not selfish. Because Bruno is aged, and let's obviously admit there is nothing new he's obviously going to add to his game. If at the age of 30 you are playing like how he's playing, with irresponsibility, I don't think that he's really anywhere to go. Most of the players in the team are really good. They are good, but they are players we need to dislodge off, You need to dislodge off. Mazraoui, he has been struggling, but you know that he has been really very consistent, Ugarte today never had a very good game, but we know how good he has been, I think Kobe Mainoo really had a good game too, though he went ahead of lose out a ball at the center line and we conceded. You get? We just need a player to really play as a number 10. All else, the manager should think of sometimes really dropping back to a system of 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3 and see how things are really going to pan out, because the next teams are really playing are really hard. I tell you, our next fixtures are really hard, and I really fear for my manager because it's Wolverhampton Wanderers and Newcastle next. You know that? And we are playing Wolverhampton Wanderers away. 26th December, we are playing them away from home. That is Wolverhampton Wanderers. Then 30th, we host Newcastle. 5th, we play Liverpool. Those fixtures are really hard, and we've missed out on an opportunity to obviously close down onto Man City and very many other teams because we are still at 22 points and teams are really running away from us. I tell you, it's not all rose at Manchester United. I don't know how things are really going to pan out, but it's really bad that we are really conceding goals like that. It's another goal. I think that is the 8th or 9th goal we've gone ahead to concede from a set piece, if at all I'm not mistaken. You get? So we are not doing any better. And I really fault everyone who says we are really playing better. I'm like, I haven't gone ahead to say very huge difference. That is it. No huge difference. All we need is a redemption, into that team of Manchester United. We need a redemption. And what's that redemption? We need to get in modern players in the forward positions. That is it. So, let's go to the head-to-head stats. United had 23 shots and Bournemouth had 10. We had 7 shots on target. Bournemouth had 5, very clinical. 60% ball possession by United, 40% ball possession by Bournemouth. 492 passes completed by Manchester United. Then Bournemouth completed 333 passes, 80% passing accuracy by Manchester United. Bournemouth had 75% passing accuracy. 11 fouls by Man United, 11 fouls to Bournemouth, 1 yellow card to Man United, 3 yellow cards to Bournemouth, and 0 red cards to both sides, 0 offsides to United and 2 offsides to Bournemouth, 13 corners for Manchester United and 1 corner to Bournemouth. It shows you how bad we are in set pieces. 13, and never did we threaten the opponent. That is really very, very bad. And Liverpool is topping the Premier League table, and let's go to where United is. We are 13th, right? We are 13th, and after close to this last happened to enter the Christmas period, or to enter Christmas, when we are in the bottom half, I think in the season of 1988 to 1989, you can now add. Those are like 34, 35 years back since United last performed like that. So guys, that's what I had for you. I might come up with the player ratings, but I fear for my manager on how the English media is obviously going to attack him on how he's treating Marcus Rashford, because he has obviously opened up that. I like his decision, and I want him to be ruthless on even more and more and more other players, because if it means us to go in for players in the academy, let's go for them. Let's go for those players, because they can give us something special. Let him try out these other players, because these players aren't going to get him what he wants, especially into the final third, right? So, Rokan David is my name. We out. Bye-bye.